Oh, thanks for telling me. The other one too.
We're live. Oh. I guess that. Oh, right.
Thank you.
There's a big gap between them.
Yeah, it's not super secure, but.
We're ready when you're.
Are we live?
Are we all set?
Yep. Good.
Call the meeting to order for Wyoming County. Of course, I have the wrong one on top. The IDA. We'll start the meeting by a roll call, and I'll ask you, Robin, to follow record procedure.
Robin Marshallik, Wyoming County IDA. Jennifer Tishka, IDA staff.
Scott Gardner, IDA staff.
Doug Berwanger, board member.
Mark Dad, board member.
Becky Ryan, board member.
Joe Gozalski, board member.
Kevin Zanner, IDA counsel.
All right. I have the minutes here from March 12th. Everybody, I think, has a copy. Give you a minute to glance at them, and then I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 12th meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We also have the financial report, which covers
March and
just March.
March and April.
And April.
And April, okay. Let's see it now. All right, Robin, is there anything you bring to our attention?
No, Chairman, there's nothing out of the ordinary. We did bring in interest on CDs, as you can see, a good amount for that period. We also have some, a pilot payment, or 2 pilot payments that came in from the NY pipe projects, and 2 more came in May, so we'll be paying them out together in the month of May. And we finished paying up for our audited expense and just our normal, payroll and other monthly expenses for the 2 months. We ended up the month with $236,752 cash on hand and $2,500,174 in CDs.
Where do I find that figure out?
And what?
The figure you just gave, you said
Down at the bottom, there's
right here.
cash on hand, and then the,
$2,736,000?
yeah, well, $2,500,000 was invested for the CDs. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any additions or corrections or discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the financial report.
So move.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, could you tell us about 3A, please?
First just to touch on the financials for a minute. Jen and I met with Brianna and the financial wealth advisor from Tompkins a couple of weeks ago, just to see if there was any benefit to going with treasury bills versus CDs. And what we found is the T-bills are slightly higher with the interest, but when we calculate the 0.49% fee, we actually are further ahead financially with the CDs. So with the T-bills, you have management, but we're managing them pretty well as it is, and we're liquid enough that we don't need to worry about it.
Robin's learned enough. She knows how to
They're very good.
keep things.
They're very good. So
Actually, Jen.
I just wanted to let you know that yeah, because they, the scenario they ran for the T-bills was
For
87,000.
those of us who've been supervisors of our town, same thing. You have to have somebody who understands
Yeah.
and can adjust to the budget and make the CDs work, so.
Okay. Would you, Scott,
Yes.
tell us about 3A?
3A is just a sales tax extension request for Upstate Door that would end on or terminate on November 30, 2026. They asked just for a couple months because they're not quite finished with their building addition, and we gave them 6 with your approval.
That's the building right here downtown.
No, it's the one over on Allen Street. They're putting in a whole new,
They're rebuilding that.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, they added onto that building.
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, I think that's all the business we have for today.
Nope, there's more.
One more?
Yeah, 3B
I don't have a B.
on your,
Again, I'm looking with the BAC. I'll get,
there you are.
I'll get better as I get older. Okay.
Like wine, right? So 3B is just getting your approval on a new 5-year lease for the IDA offices here at the Ag Center. I had taken it back, if you recall, to the county administrator asking why we were paying for the conference room, and it was removed. So it took our rent from proposed $25,204.80. No, that was current. $28,003.50 to $18,364.50. So they did remove it, which is a savings of $6,840. So if you'd like to review the lease, otherwise it's pretty standard. I have a copy here, but I would need your approval to sign the lease. It's a 5-year lease.
Does anybody have any objection? If not, I'll entertain a motion to that effect.
The figures you quoted, that per year,
Yes.
With the increase.
18,000 something per year.
Yes. Yep. So it was proposed initially to be $28,350, and we got it down to $18,364.50.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Go for it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 3C,
3C is requesting your authorization to hold a public hearing for an application we received from 55 South Main Street, Perry, LLC. They're asking for sales tax abatement, mortgage tax abatement, and a pilot agreement. And the incentives are over $100,000, which is what requires the public hearing. The project information sheet is in your packet, but just briefly, it's the 55 South Main Street is what we all know as the Hotel Commodore or Traverse Place in downtown Perry. Yeah. It was bought by a man named Jeremy Bateman. He's a dentist from the Rochester area who owns property. So he's putting it through, he's applied to the Perry DRI fund for matching funds for this project. But it will be a full-scale renovation and complete reconfiguration of how the building is used. The first floor will be retail professional office spaces, and then the second 2 floors will be less apartments, larger apartments in better condition for higher rents, in other words. So it's very modern, much more functional. So the building will become a market rate, much nicer addition to downtown Perry.
You're looking at doing this project during this coming year?
Well, if he can get his financing, yeah.
Yeah,
Right now, he's waiting for approval through the DRI. So he won't be able to get a full match on it because they're actually running low on money. So I think he's going to get around, what it sounded like was around 230,000 off of that. So that would be some benefit to him. There's a couple, if you look through the application is in the packet, if you'd like to look at anything specific. And his numbers are gonna go up a little bit for his construction, and he's working with the assessor to see what the projected assessment of the building might be, which we'll plug in once we have it, but we know at a minimum, the incentives are gonna be over 100,000, so we need the public hearing. So rather than
Sure.
waiting a whole meeting,
Yeah, so all we need is motion to authorize the public hearing.
yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I,
Is this a new form? I'm just curious. I've never seen.
We've used it for, I think, a couple of years. Yeah, it's a MRB, we pay a fee to MRB in order to use it. It's a calculator, basically, that we plug our numbers in, and then it gives us all the cost benefit ratios. Kind of a nice tool,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Can't believe that they have 23 units in there.
That's it.
I can't believe that they currently have 23 units.
Oh, they're packed in there.
Not
Yeah.
television.
Yeah,
So what happens to the residents when the renovation?
I think it will be probably a slow attrition process
Okay.
that they'll just kind of,
Move on.
yes.
Very good.
And next we have the land disposition agreement.
Yes. So thank you very much to Kevin for very quickly getting us the resolution. The land disposition agreement has gone back and forth, which again, I have a copy of it here if anyone would like to look at the full document. That document went back and forth between our council and the developers council, and we came to an agreement and have a document that suits all parties. And to pass that, we need to pass a resolution, which is in your packet. And essentially just, it covers the vacant parcel of land, which is known as Steel Avenue B, where the hotel will go. We'll be transferring it for $1, and we retain the right to reacquire the property with the various conditions. So within 270 days, we want to see evidence of the hotel franchise approval and make sure that, applicable permits are acquired through the village and the county and the state. It contains, we want to see construction commencing 2 years after the closing. We can also grant an extension should you choose to at that time, or we can terminate the LDA using our right of reversion or the reverter, which is built into the agreement. Is there anything else that I'm missing in it?
No, the only other thing I would point out is that we were very clear in the LDA that the developer still has to come back to the board if they're looking
Yeah.
for IDA incentives,
Yes.
or if there is BAC loan dollars that are going to be applied for. So this is only one step.
Mhm.
And again, that, while that's part of I think the package that Scott presented to you guys last time, or the last time we talked about this, right, the term sheet,
Mhm.
that this agreement is very clear that we haven't signed off on those things yet. So that's the only point I would make.
Yeah, the term sheet made a point of it, and the LDA has a specific exhibit dedicated to that, so, yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
As I was thinking, reading this, I thought, I had one question. It's still the same developer, and yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
And I just want to comment, Tuesday night, drove through Warsaw,
Mhm.
coming from Batavia, this hotel, full.
It's like that all the time.
And there was a lot of second guessing, oh, it'll never go here and all that. And
Same thing with the Connect 55.
Yeah.
Everyone said you won't be able to fill it.
Yeah, and you have a waiting list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had,
I'm hoping this will be the same thing in
I'm
Arcade.
sure, oh, absolutely,
You know.
well, yeah.
19,000 cars a day go through the village, so.
and you have more amenities in
You
Arcade
got
now,
all
too.
the industry and everything too.
Oh, yeah, and I'll tell you, that Steel and O'Brien is amazing. You know, they took over the
API.
API plant, they're gonna use both buildings, plus keep their building. the
Yeah, that's
Building
what-
they're in,
yeah.
so. Yeah, but there's room for a lot in Arcade.
Mhm.
This has been missing for a long time, so. the people still say, I wish you were putting it up where Borden's, the MK
Oh.
plant was.
Well, I think the future will have something very nice there.
Yeah, I'm hoping,
Well, yes.
but anyway. All right, I'll make a motion to move forward with this transaction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you.
So Scott, this obviously is public then. This was brought up at my town board meeting Monday night. I asked, we have a rep from the planning board that comes to every meeting, and I asked her, I said, you heard anything about the hotel? And she said, no.
No, not yet.
So can I discuss this somewhat? I don't have to.
I mean, this is a
Public
public
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah, we're on television. so-
Yeah, yeah, I mean.
No one watches though, Doug, that's the
Right, those
problem.
are-
What?
The
I'm gonna quit wearing a suit to these.
Our ratings
things.
aren't good.
ratings are not good.
Yeah, you can discuss anything that's in that
Yep.
document,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
That's right. I'll be very general. I just, people ask about it, so.
Okay, but yeah,
Okay.
Do you have further report to make?
I do have some items, yes, I do. Actually, on the hotel, while we're still there, we are reviewing a potential gas pipeline issue that crosses the property.
Oh, yeah. That's been going on for how many years?
Yeah, and so Jets made us architect, engineers, put the building on the property and then put a line where the gas line goes, and they're discussing now about potentially just moving the building over a few feet
Mhm.
and leaving the gas line undisturbed.
I see.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
We're still, we may have to do some other,
Yeah, I guess, wasn't there some huge expense to moving that? gas line?
which we'd rather not do, because you can put a parking lot over it, it won't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just at play right now. Just touching quick on MK, the brownfield cleanup application was finalized, submitted to DEC, and it's still in its public comment period until May 22nd. On the Wyoming Rail Transfer Station,
Not to interrupt you, but did we ever get any comments?
I haven't seen any on it. I mean, maybe after the end there will be, but number one,
We start building the building, somebody will say, when did this happen?
right. Well, I mean, it's had its 30-day, it's
Yeah, I get it.
sitting on the
It's-
DEC's website.
It's no different than the windmills, with
Yeah.
over 5 years in the planning process.
Yeah.
Not every day, occasionally somebody will come in and say, when did this happen?
Right.
We've had public hearing after public hearing. Not one person has ever come to a public hearing for that. Not ever.
Right.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. Let's see, on the Wyoming Rail Transfer Station, we have met with the site operator, Mark Wertz, and we are moving it forward to meet with DOT staff, our council, our staff, to discuss whether or not a subrecipient agreement is necessary, or there's a way maybe we can do it that it goes direct and we bypass an agreement. So we need to clarify with them if that's okay. It'd be the quicker and easier way to do it, but if not, we'll do the other. I spoke with a construction business located in Erie County that's thinking and probably going to move into the Bennington area. He didn't need anything right now, but I said, let us know if you need any assistance. I had a good conversation with Tom Mason. He's the realtor for the Pioneer Credit Recovery Building. He's shown the building, and there's been interest in it already, so that's good. Nothing solid, and we're going to go down and do
This is the big building.
the big building.
Yeah.
We're going to go down and do a tour of it. Donna Sheener wants to join in, and if you're, of course, welcome if you want.
She'll be able to cover it for me.
Okay, good, excellent. I did get a call from a gentleman interested in investing in the opportunity zone that covers Warsaw. You are aware of some of this call. On his behalf, I reached out to several property owners who might have an interest in selling their buildings. And then I created a list and descriptions and everything he might need, contacts, because they said they'd all be happy to talk to him if he wanted to move forward. Interestingly, in the big beautiful bill, we're running out our 10-year term on the Opportunity Zone in Warsaw.
Yeah.
So one of the initial plans so far, because they have to reauthorize all of them, and Finger Lakes Regional Economic Development is looking at where they want to put them now, and most likely Warsaw will be decertified.
Deezer.
Yeah, based on population, income,
Yep.
things like that.
Yep, I understand.
The next available place is the town of Perry, including part of the village. And so I sent an endorsement to say we at least want one zone within our county, and that now is what Finger Lakes is proposing to the state, because the state came back with just not everyone got one, and they decertified a lot of them that were certified, and so
I know you can't answer the question, but why wouldn't Arcade be considered?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't
there's
know.
a lot going on there.
That's probably the problem.
Too much.
Too much going on. Honestly,
Yeah, it's really, they
It's-
changed the focus of the program to
I
truly
see.
rural.
and right, it's got a more rural focus and
Yeah, it's based on unemployment and, poverty rate
the poverty rate,
being
Yeah.
low.
right?
I
So
think- Makes sense.
it's one of those things.
Well, doesn't make sense.
Your town
but
is
it makes
doing.
sense as far as
Right.
government.
You don't have
concerned.
enough poor people over there.
I'm saying, well,
Oh,
and the
no,
reason-
yes, we do.
well, and Warsaw and Perry have more because they're located
Oh, yeah,
by all the services. So if we can take advantage of that,
yeah.
and because Perry is poised, they're that much further ahead than Warsaw in a lot of their development and a plan, and they're doing it. If we can get it over there, I think they can leverage it, in places, they're going to need a new grocery
Doesn't
store.
it work so you're adjacent to it? There's some benefit to it?
That's for us, not really, not on
Oh,
this
really?
one.
Low
It,
income.
on the highly distressed, that works. So like with our projects in Cast Isle is a highly distressed community currently,
Mhm.
and anything adjacent to it can
Okay.
also be.
All right,
counted.
I get
So
it,
none of it makes sense because this program's that program's different.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a state program, then?
This is federal,
Oh,
and so the federal government gives basically so much allocation to each state, and then the state designates where, and then
okay.
the Fed certifies it. Yeah. Let's see. The county's housing study has kicked off. I'm on the steering committee for that. We've had 2 meetings so far. It's been interesting what they've been finding thus far. I think once they're done, the data you'll be surprised by some of the findings that they're coming up with, but they're not done. So I think though the value in that to this board potentially is that we can then use it to inform putting a housing component in our UTEP. I think that's something that we need to look forward to in the future, and this would be a way to justify how we do it. We met recently with the GIS at the county, which is doing a great job, by the way. And they had Labella come in, and they're looking for what all of us, all the department heads and agencies need. And we really focused on how we can use it for site development, tracking our pilots and property splits, and brownfield site identification, because there is no one-stop view of the brownfields in Wyoming County. So we could really start to get a good picture, and then we could start to look at areas for potential, industrial parks and development. Yeah.
Yep.
So that work is really important. So we wanted to support that. We're also in the middle of the comp planning process, which we're still all actively participating in. We're thinking that should be finished by the end of October. On May 4th, we met with the economic development team and the leadership from Ralph Wilson Foundation. They came out, they wanted to meet with us to learn about our overall economic development, or our economic conditions, and really the work that we do. So for about 2 hours, we sat here and went through all our annual reports and our brochures and our mission, and we just talked for 2 hours. And they took copious notes. And I'm going to meet with them again at the beginning of June to talk about, maybe some potential funding, ways that they can assist us. So it may not be directly in the county out there. It may be funding that we could use for even strategic planning or whatever. So that was pretty exciting. They've also got some interesting things that they might help with, some downtown development. So we're going to learn more about that. Still on the SEDS steering committee for Finger Lakes Planning Council. I did my ABO training, so I'm all set there. We had onboarding with Invest Buffalo Niagara on March 31st, and that was good. They actually do more for us than I thought they did, so we can take advantage of some of that stuff. And I've been participating in Warsaw's Brownfield Opportunity Area meetings. Real quick, fast track, spring class is ending on May 19th, and they have 5 reservations for the fall already. I was hoping Tom would be here because he's been attending all those classes, and I wanted to get his take, but at some point, hopefully he'll give that to you because I think he's really enjoying it. I don't know, do you have any?
No, that is true.
Yeah, he seems to really,
We have a seasoned entrepreneur adding great value to the class. So
yeah.
it's really good, yeah.
So that's been good. And then just real quick, I won't take up too much time on the annual report, but I wanted you to take a look at it. The Business Center's annual report is in your packet. I think it's important that you see that because we do the management work for the Business Center, and this takes up quite a bit of our time. So
This is a good picture of Sue here.
do you like that?
Yeah.
Well, this shows our that they have fun in Fast Track.
He's always entertaining, even on the radio.
Yeah, he has a
Tomorrow
good time.
morning, 8:00.
He has a
Be
good-
on CJ with Jimmy Jam.
That is true. That is true. But we have some of the things that blow with your hands on the cover. We've got the MK project. We've got ribbon cuttings. We have Mike Fitch teaching at Fast
Yeah,
Track.
It's a nice report.
Thank you. But we congratulated our retiring Fast Track mentors and welcomed our new Fast Track facilitators. Sorry.
Scott, are they paid,
They do get a stipend.
compensated?
Yeah, they do get a stipend. And
I mean, that's quite a commitment.
I was gonna say, for what they do.
Well, they're
yeah,
trained.
We'd love to be able to give them
They're
more.
trained
So,
through the Kaufman Foundation as
Right.
well,
Yeah.
that we're affiliate.
yeah, so we put them through that training. We have to certify that training, and then we have to
Yeah.
certify the program, which we did earlier this week,
Monday.
Monday.
I'm pretty good friends with Jeff Fitch, but if he was here, I would say, you're actually paying him. You know what a wisecracker he is.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's good.
Yeah, and they really, they were the backbone of that program for
They got it
15
going,
years. So, and it was hard. I think it's been hard for them in some ways to really let it go because, they still check in and, how's everything going? But, so we have a brief information about Fast Track. We have on pages 9 and 10, the graduating classes from the spring and fall. We have a section on the Business Accelerator Academy. And,
Which Mike and Jeff are gonna continue to do.
right, we still have them for that, but it's a much lighter lift and
Yes.
time commitment for them. So page 12 has that group of participants that went through. Then we have the business mentorship program, which Mike is included in, Mike Fitch, Tom Lyon, Mark George, and we added Nikki Boxer this year as one of the mentors. And 51 businesses have gone through that since it started. If you go to pages 14 and 15, we have the kind of a synopsis of the microloan program and the Rapid Start loan program, and it gives the portfolio is on the left and those that paid off their loans that year, and then there's 2 new microloans and 3 Rapid Start loans that were done. So.
Do you hear anything about the Windy Brew?
Other than the sale but no, I have not.
So they did sell that recently.
And they paid us off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and
paid
they-
in full
and they-
as part of their
Because
closing.
they had a big
Yeah.
discussion about what happened,
Yeah.
with the farm building just down the road.
Oh, do you think it? Yeah, I don't know if
I
it.
thought they would both profit. but-
Yeah, they went to Florida. That's
Yeah,
where their
they
family
moved,
is,
yeah.
grandkids.
Right.
Yeah, they're down there.
And they did.
Then they'll be back.
Or it's on here.
Okay, so Windy Brew is
In
the
January.
brewery that's up on the knob.
Yeah.
Not the newest one.
Then you
where
go
we had
down
our lunch,
Farm
That's fun
Right.
for that.
farm
Yeah.
craft.
Yeah, so that's an IDA project.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, but it was sold. So
Yeah, I still see cars.
yeah, I mean they're
I think someone else is running it.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
There were cars there.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
think they're still running
I
it.
didn't
Someone's
stop.
running it.
Didn't
You didn't
invest-
stop.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't either.
On page 16, we get into some of the other work that goes on through the business center, our business attraction marketing, and our relationship with Invest Buffalo Niagara and the Greater Rochester Enterprise. There's a list of several of the leads that were responded to. We get them periodically from them, and we try to send any of our properties or buildings that we can. Hopefully that something might match, but I don't think anything did off of this particular round. We talk about the real estate development strategy.
Yeah.
Is that going over there, the hotel?
Yeah, the hotel's out near the road there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the top of that magenta box to the left of it.
Yeah.
Is where the hotel will go. That's our property that you just transferred today. The Industrial Real Estate Development Strategy Committee is the reason I put the picture of that one in there, Seal Avenue A, is that's included in their the group of properties that they are promoting and working on for all of Western New York. So it's really nice that we've got that in there.
Just the one in Perry, that's Serena's, right?
It's ours, but
Yeah,
we lease
that's
it
where
to
we got
Brad.
it.
Yeah,
We bought
yeah.
it from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just did the lease with him again
Yep.
this year.
Sure.
He farms it until we need it. So, then we talk about our workforce development initiatives. My sitting on the GLOW Workforce Development Board, participation in GLOW with your hands. And then the last section is a narrative on really the MK project. That's the big one that's taken up so much attention here in the last couple of years, and really ends up as I mentioned today, it's in public comments. So that's not even in here, but that's the most recent. And then at the very end we have our flow chart. That really concludes the book.
Did you guys do this internally?
Yeah.
It's
Did it
thumbs up.
in InDesign.
The design is nice.
Thank you.
If there's nothing else, are we done? If there's any further business, if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Don't move.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Is
Next meeting is June 11th, 2026.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
He's way over. Like 11 minutes.
Yeah, if you would.
I don't mind.
Okay.
That you want me to stay on.
What's that?
Keep it on.
Yeah, just keep it on. We'll just keep recording. We'll stop.
Okay.
But we can keep going while Mark settles down.
Are you gonna do an exec session for part of the presentation?
We probably should. Okay, because we'll talk about our
I don't know how.
financials. Okay.
Sure.
Hi, Mark. Hey, how are you?
We'll call to order the BAC board meeting. And for the record, we have the same people attending as the IDA meeting was just finished. And we have the board minutes as well as the financial report. I'll give everybody a minute to look at that. And I'll entertain a motion to approve this if there's no objection.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Robin, is there anything you want to say about the financial report that we're going through?
No, Chairman, there was just our normal bank interest earned, there was, interest on our loans and mortgages, and then our, principal earned on, brought in from our loans. We paid out our audit expense for 2025's audit, and we ended up the month, we have $927,485 in cash, and a $382,247 CD at the Five Star Bank.
Thank you. I think we've already approved it. Any further discussion?
They-
No, we
Well,
need a
they do need, you need a motion. Would you?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the financial report.
I'll second it.
Okay. Yeah. There it is.
In favor? Aye.
And Scott, I'll ask you to take over on 3A and
Thank you. Yep, we have one loan to look at today, and I would ask for the presentation that we go into executive session because we're gonna discuss financials of the applicant, so.
we'll have a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Okay, we're
Back on.
back on.
We start the same motion then.
All right, does anybody care to make a motion concerning the matter that we have just discussed?
Yeah,
And I'll second it.
that's
All in
it.
favor?
Aye. Nice job, Mark.
Yeah, very thorough. Okay, is there any further business brought to be brought before the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next meeting is also June 11th, to follow the IDA meeting.